What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and I'm firing up some rigs here. I fired them up a couple days ago, actually, and now we're going to be taking a look at things. But a new coin has emerged, and we're going to test some spec mining up. But you can see we have everything on here, even the 3950X is sitting out over there. So this coin I am mining right now is known as Pcoin. Now, there is no exchange yet. It's only maybe a week or two old. I just found it maybe about a week ago and started mining it maybe about 3 or 4 days ago. But I've been taking a look at it, and I was like, you know what? You used to make quite a bit of money spec mining coins. Let's try it again. So I did find a new coin that is fairly new. I also made an XMRig for it. I will have that link down in the description, and it is 0% fee. So you guys can use that because that was something easy to get all my rigs up in line. So we got that going. So let's take a look at this coin, see what we know about it. But first, I do want to say, obviously, anything in this video is not financial advice. Spec mining, you could definitely lose money, and this might not even get listed anywhere for all we know, and you're just wasting power. Always, do an audit check on their wallets and stuff. Be very careful when downloading things, when trying to run things, and things like that. Everything with new coins, guys, just take the precautions. Be very careful. All right, so let's have a look at this. Pcoin looks like it was posted August 13th. Now, what is today? Today is the 25th. So it's been about 12 days at this point now. So around there. So it's about 12 days old, not even 2 weeks old here. So I guess still pretty early. Remember, no listing anywhere. No, actually, there is a mining pool now. So I'll point you to their mining pool here. But pretty much 21 million, 50 coin block reward. It's on RandomX V1. And, here's a bunch of stuff about it here. It looks like it's consensus different. So it's based on the Bitcoin Core version 29.4. And then, so ultimately it's a Bitcoin fork, but converted over to RandomX, and then block reward and stuff changed over. Here's some how to mine stuff on it. Pool is open, so it looks like he made a pool here. Now, there has been going back and forth between different miners of, obviously, with new coins, hardly any hash rate. Someone's always going to have the most amount of hash rate type of operation. So here on, we can see August 17th, it does state that Pcoin can be mined with XMRig now, but it can, but it can't. It can because I actually created a fork of XMRig CC, but here they added it in, they submitted it to Bendroid here, who is the XMRig CC dev, and it hasn't been updated or anything yet, but they submitted a platform to get added into it. The pool was rejecting every share from standard XMRig miners, so no, it's by pool, but supposedly all that stuff is fixed now, so XMRig will work. I think that's what they meant by this. And yeah, so just current state and everything that's going on here. And I do want to point out, here it is right here, XMRig Rabid Pcoin is a 0% fee. And it's XMRig here. There is a Hive OS as well as a Windows version. If you guys want to use it, obviously you don't have to, and you can do your checks and stuff like that. But that's totally up to you here. Now here it is saying that one miner holds 50% of the hash rate. So one solo miner currently holds a majority of blockchain production measured over the last 60 blocks. One address found 34 of them, 56.7% of it. Not me, the same measurement read 50% 2 hours earlier, so it doesn't rise. And one thing I want to point out is this dev, he likes to clarify that he doesn't update, it seems, every 3 or 4 days here on the announcement page, and he lets people know what's going on with the chain and stuff. So I think that's kind of interesting. There's not supposed to be any pre-mines or anything like that. So that's kind of why I thought, maybe we'll try this one out, because it seems like it's not in the rug pull situation. But again, we don't know if one miner gets 95% of all the blocks and everything, then obviously he could rug pull. It's not the dev, and everyone will blame the dev, but it's not looking like anything is really malicious in the background. Again, always do your own research, because we just don't know how things are going to play out and things like that. And then he has a correction to what he said earlier. And then he says, over the last 300 blocks, that address found 135. So that's 45%, 95% CI, 39.4 to 50.6 percent here. The 56.7 was real, but it was a 60 block sample, and then now this is more over 60 blocks and over the past 300 and so on. So going through there. So yeah, so there's a bigger miner on here. Obviously, remember though, the network is small, so keep that in mind. It doesn't take much to become the big miner here. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Now follow-ups, same day, but now a different miner is at 71%. So I corrected concentration figure a few hours ago, remeasured properly. Anyway, coming in here, the address I was reporting on is not the problem anymore. A different address, which had never mined a block before, height 4,104, has found roughly 7 blocks in 10 ever since. Now, I am going to admit here, this is me. So, you heard it here, that. So this is when I turned on, and then when was this? He posted that on the 19th, and then here on the 24th. You can see, so 19, 21, 2, 3. So 5 days later, I have to count on my fingers. Apologize because, I do that sometimes. I'm sure lots of you guys do as well. But anyway, 5 days later, I released this miner. And so I've been mining it for, since this day here is when I turned on. So here is, this is me. I'm confirming it in this video that is me that turned on my hash rate, and that was me finding all these blocks here, and I released my miner right here so anybody can use it. So that's kind of what's going on here. Now, how I was mining this is obviously, here is my Rabid mining hub, and here's the Pcoin here, and gotta let it update and stuff here, but we can see, like, sometimes I turn it on, then I turn it off, and I kind of watch the network to see what's going on, because you don't want to have too much over the hash rate. And then, if you turn off, it slows down, but the block difficulty does adjust really fast. So a lot of things I've been watching to pay attention to. Well, this, I guess I have to keep it on this for it to upload, but this is my Rabid mining hub, and it's got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Monero, script here, Litecoin and Dogecoin. I'm also working on a Digibyte and Dogecoin mixture. But here is my experimental Pcoin RandomX pool node operation, which I just pointed my rigs to, and that's how I was mining this coin, or am mining this coin. Not was, but am. But I'll probably slow down or turn off very soon. I've been mining for a couple days, majority of the hash rate, and just kind of let it sit down, and then ultimately you guys can come in if you want. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. I've only been mining for a few days anyway, but like, if nothing happens, I don't want to go in debt with all my power bills, so I do have to slowly drop that down. So I don't know what's going on here. Why isn't it updating for me here? Maybe if I come into here. Okay, here we go. You can see block, but everything's still updating everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is what I was using, but it's slow to update right now. My internet could be bogged down, but that doesn't matter. Point is, that was me mining right here. Now I'm just gonna jump into, here's their pool. So Pcoin pool, we can see if we hit the refresh button. Here they are right here. We can see the pool has 138 kilohash online. The total network is only 384, and we can see this pool has found 536 blocks. 30 connected miners here. So again, not much hash rate at all. I know some of you guys in my Discord and stuff have over a mega hash for the hash rate, so you could completely destroy this network. But obviously it doesn't make sense to turn on that much when there's so little hash rate. I was always trying to keep it around the same, a little bit more than what the pool is, because again, you turn on everything and then you just pull everything away, and then ultimately you also pull other miners off. I did start to watch the miners drop to only like 12 or 13, and then I did remove some hash rate, and they are coming back on here now. It looks like we're up to 30 miners here, but try to maintain a healthy network, not just steal it all, I guess is the best way to kind of put it. Does that make sense? But again, you know what? You're a different person, you're a different miner, mine whatever the heck, however the heck you want to do. So, but I did want to point that out. Here is their Explorer, where you can actually look at all the addresses as they find blocks and stuff, total amount of coins in each address, and just so on here. So I don't know that. So C7, that is me.
But as for some of this other address popped up in the past couple days. I don't know if it's another pool. We have another address right here. Now I'm not sure which one the pool address is. I think it's something like R1. Just from watching this, 'cause, I've been watching everything and all the addresses that are picking up and how many they're finding, trying to guess their hash rate base. It's actually it's pretty fun checking out these new coins are going this way. But anyway, the point here is, you can mine it if you want. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. I will have this Bitcoin talk forum down in the description and stuff. Yeah, which also links straight to my miner. You can just go down there and use it if you want. Remember, 0% fee, so I'm not getting any fees out of it. It's just there to use if it's something you want to do. And then, I'll just keep looking around at new coins. And if you want me to let you guys know about these new coins, let me know down in the comment section. If not, then, I won't make a video on them. And then, you know what? Maybe something will blow up. Maybe something won't. Maybe some people found them. Just let me know what you guys want me to do with you guys, because I always let you guys know about these things as they pop up. But like I said, other people don't like it when that happens. So I'm just curious the overall opinion of you guys down in the comment section. So this is actually interesting because it's actually a CPU mining coin. It's a crypto coin, and it's nothing to do with the whole AI boom that's happening out there. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring this to light in case some of you guys were interested on it. Anyway, guys, I also want to point out no sponsorship or anything at all. It's a new Spec coin. All the risks are involved with the new Spec coin. You got to watch out for possible viruses. You got to watch out for, you know, issues and anything. You got to watch out for everything. It might never get listed, and you might just be wasting power. All these things apply when it comes to new Spec coins. So just obviously mine it at your own risk.
All right, guys, so that does wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the whole situation here. What do you guys think about this coin? Do you want me to start making videos on new coins as I find them? As I know a lot of people, as a lot of you guys may not even have time to look for coins and stuff. And, obviously I can check that out for you guys and put videos on them. And other people don't make videos on them because then it's just going to die. So obviously, let me know down in the comments section what you guys would like me to do. But, here is a new coin that may do something. Here's a new coin that might not do something with the recent rises of BC2. And then we got BC3. And other things that do emerge, maybe something will happen, maybe something won't. But usually they pump and then they die and then they never come back. So, it's at least a chance that something may happen. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Rabid out.